The officials have been appointed by the Central Area Council of the British Boxing Board of Control, still sitting proudly at ringside, Ms. Sally C. 10 3-minute rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the multicoloured shorts, at the weight he's scaled 11 stone, 5 pounds, 5 ounces. From 9 contests, he has 6 wins, 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout, and 3 defeats. Presenting from Znojno, Czech Republic, here is Tomas Bezvoda. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the silver-coloured shorts trimmed with purple. At the weight he scaled 11 stone, 4 pounds, 2 ounces. His excellent record, 15 contests, 14 wins. 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout with just a single defeat. Here is Little Lever's meat cleaver, Jack Cullen. A slight amendment, this is 10 3-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Thank you. Timekeeper at the bell is Chris O'Connor, and the star referee in charge of the action is the world-class Mr. Howard Foster from Mar Doncaster. 10 rounds.
Okay, fellas, you both know the rules. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both watch your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves.
And as you see there, the discrepancy is massive between the two fighters. Jack Cullen towering over his opponent.
Yeah, no prizes for guessing what Cullen's going to try and do early on. Just get behind that jab. Already snapping that jab out, keeping his opponent at range. Well, Bezvoda's never been stopped before, so Cullen will do well to get him out of there.
Yeah, his defeats have come on points. He's had he lost a 6-rounder back in September 2016, and his last 2 fights were both defeats over 10 rounds, one a unanimous decision, one a majority one, so he's got some fairly decent form in the middle of all that as well.
Yeah, and there's no doubt about him being able to do the 10-round distance. He's been 10 rounds twice before.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting for Cullen how he adapts to it as well. So it'll be an interesting fight, a good learning fight for him as well, as we've seen with some of the previous fights tonight.
Yeah, nice little step up tonight, this. Got to get that jab going again like he did in the opening few seconds. Nice right hand from Cullen. He took a shot of his own though.
He's got to be careful, Cullen. Some of these shots that are coming back at him are quite wild as well, so he needs to just be really organised and disciplined in terms of his own defence. Yeah,
already Bezvoda just managed to work his way on the inside a couple of times. There's another big right hand over the top. He's got to be wary of these shots coming back, Cullen. Yeah, already Bezvoda just managed to close the distance. Good work from Cullen though. Well, just got to try and keep him at that range now.
Yeah, if you've got those physical advantages, you may as well use them. There's no point getting dragged into the opponent's style of fight.
Nice jab from Cullen, and then his screw shot to the body. There again, Bezvoda's throwing that right hand over the top.
Yeah, he's taken a few right hands, hasn't he, so far, Cullen, in this round already.
Yeah, you can see the shot that his opponent's looking for. It's that big right hand over the top. He's landed it a couple of times early, like you said. Nice uppercut from Cullen. And that's where he wants to be now, just throwing that jab out. Better work from Cullen. A lot of support in here for Jack. And a few worried faces around the arena then when he got caught with that right hand.
Yeah, he got caught with another one there as well. He's just about winning the round, but he's getting lots of warnings about the fact he needs to not leave his chin out to dry.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can already see Bezvoda's got a bit of power behind these shots as well. They're not tapping right hands that he's throwing over the top. Close first round, that one. Cullen looked good in spells behind that jab. Like you said, there's just a few warning signs there. 10 rounds is a long time to keep taking big right hands over the top like Cullen did in that opener. Let us know what you think on the Facebook stream as well.
Yeah, like we said, Cullen needs to tighten up a bit now. He doesn't want to be leaving himself open to those big wild swings. And he was caught a good 4 or 5 times cleanly with those shots in that round, so that's what he wants to avoid for this next one.
Yeah, interesting first round. He showed how easy he could make it behind that jab, and he also showed how it could be a difficult night for him with those right hands landing over the top.
Yeah, he's got all the physical advantages. He just needs to make the most of them and make sure he utilises them to the best of his ability.
Round 2.
Yeah, sometimes fighters find it difficult punching down. All the Cullen shots have got to be down.
And again, it's lots more of the same in round 2. Cullen's come out aggressively, looking to fight on the inside as well, despite his size.
He landed a nice uppercut there, Cullen, though, on the inside. He can certainly fight on the inside. We've seen him do it before. Nice work, switching to southpaw and ripping that uppercut with the left hand in. And a really sharp start to the round from Cullen. Clearly been told to up it from his corner in this second round.
Yeah, he's come out all guns blazing in this one, hasn't he? Looking quite composed as well.
Nice left hook again from Cullen. Been a really good opening minute to the second round. He just seems to be rushing his work a little bit in that opener. He's settled down now.
Yeah, maybe those right hands he took in that first round of shit brought him to his senses a little bit more.
But you can see Bezvoda just going to keep marching forward all night. Gonna have to take a big shot from Cullen to put him on the back foot. And there's that wild right hand and miss. Cullen did well to get out of the way of that. Missing with the left uppercut of his own. And again, the left uppercut seems to be working for Cullen so far.
Yeah, it's been a good shot for him, hasn't it? He's landed it a couple of times. And it's a good shot for someone of his size as well, if he can manage to work it on the inside.
He's caught a lot of shots on his gloves this round, Cullen, whereas the first round he was just taking them on the chin, those right hands.
Yeah, I think he's realised after that first round that he can't just go in there and start wailing away. He needs to be a bit more careful about the punches that are coming in the opposite direction as well.
Nice right hand from Cullen, met by Bezvoda's left hook. It's already turned into a great fight, this one. Come towards the end of the second, much better round this from Cullen. Switching to southpaw again, throwing that lead backhand. And yet again the left uppercut landing. That seems to be the shot so far. He just put Bezvoda on his back foot, the left uppercut.
Yeah, it's been a much better round for him this round. He's obviously gone away and realised the mistakes he made in that first round and improved on them, which is always good to see.
Nice left uppercut. A little bit of blood coming from Jack Cullen's nose. Much better round that from Jack Cullen. Yeah, the first one was a close one. No doubt he won that second round.
Yeah, and he won it much more cleanly, you should say, than that first round. A bit of blood there on his face towards the end, but that won't worry him too much because he had quite a dominant round.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we mentioned in that round, that left uppercut seems to be the shot.
Yeah.
Just gives Bezvoda something to think about and puts him on the back foot.
Yeah, and Bezvoda was less effective in that round. He had his successes in the first round, but Cullen just took it all away from him in that round, and hopefully he'll build on that round and be a bit more confident now that he's not going to get clipped with return fire and can open up with his own shots, and as you say, that left uppercut in particular.
10 seconds, Tomas.
He's certainly still got to be wary of that right hand though. It's always dangerous when you have a smaller man winging in right hands like that.
So here we go again. Cullen goes back on the inside, but he seems happy with that type of action.
Yeah, he seems quite comfortable on the inside in that last round. Nice work again behind the jab from Cullen.
Nice left hook as well there.
Yeah, Bezvoda certainly leaves himself open when he throws.
Hoping he takes enough of a left hook as well. Bezvoda there.
Yeah, and Philly said on the Facebook stream then, it has been set at a high pace this, and Bezvoda's just breathing a little bit heavily now. Interesting to see if he can handle the pace that Cullen set.
Yeah, and Cullen looks as fresh as a daisy. He had that first round where he had a few warnings, a few shots across his barrels that he obviously paid attention to, and he's come out and boxed much more effectively in the second and in the first minute of the third.
Yeah, Cullen's really settled into this one now.
Yeah, and Bezvoda, as you mentioned, is looking a bit sorry for himself now. He's maybe not been used to fighting at this higher pace.
Yeah, I think he'll have been a bit discouraged when those right hands didn't have an effect. It's a nice uppercut landed from Bezvoda though. That's better from Cullen, just popping that jab out again.
Yeah, and he's mixing things up well. He's boxing well at range. He knows that. He knows from the previous rounds he can box effectively inside as well. So he's mixing it up well there.
Yeah, he's just starting to control it in there a little bit. Wild swings from Bezvoda. Cullen dealt with them nicely. That's what he didn't do in the first round, that he's just started to do now.
Yeah, and if he keeps it at range like this, he can just pace Bezvoda at range, and he knows that he can do effectively on the inside as well. And the left hook is there for him all night for in this particular round. There it goes again.
Yeah, it seems to be the shots that he's thrown with that left hand having the effect so far. He's missed with the right hand a few times, Cullen, but that left hand seems to find a home every time he throws it. There's another left hook over the top.
And Bezvoda's he looks quite heavily muscled, Bezvoda, and he looks like his arms are quite weary as well, and he can't get any purchase into the shots. And there he goes for the left hook.
Yeah, that wobbled him a little bit.
Howard Foster's having a close look. See, that's the third or fourth clean left hook he's taken this round, and he's not the better for it.
Yeah, and suddenly Jack Cullen's just started to dominate this one. Another left hand landed again, and the left hook. This is really good from Jack Cullen. Good pressure. Bezvoda's wobbled and it's all over. The referee stopped him. What a performance that was from Jack Cullen. He thought it could be a difficult night's work for him in that opener. He came out for that second and third rounds and thoroughly dominated, and what a performance that is. It's supposed to be a step up for Jack tonight, and it certainly was, but he's dealt with it well.
Yeah, it's a very good performance, as we said. In that first round, he took a few needless right hands, recovered from it, bounced back, had a really good second round, and then when the finish came, he hurt him with a left hook in that third round, wobbled him. Then we realised that the finish was coming. He took it without any problems.
What a performance that was. Yeah, and Bezvoda's in his corner. The doctor's the best in the business we have. The doctors are in the ring now looking after him, making sure he's okay.
Yeah, that's just a formality, because obviously he tired quite dramatically, so the doctors will be worried about that. But he was dropping his hands. His arms were looking really weary, and if he couldn't get his hands up to defend himself, then he was a sitting target, and the referee did the right thing.
Yeah, it was a good stoppage that as well. I was about to shout Howard Foster stopped it, but I didn't think it was dramatic enough for that.
Yeah, Howard just had a look and stepped in. He realised that if the guy's flagging
Ladies
as
and
badly...
gentlemen, we're just going to let Tomas recover before we render the decision.
I don't think we're going to see a rematch at Wembley anyway.
No, and with him flagging so
Seems
badly,
okay.
Howard did the right
Round of applause
thing.
for both boxers, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes and 57 seconds of round number 3, star referee Howard Foster has stopped the contest. In his opinion, Bezvoda was in no position to continue. Therefore, your winner still, Little Lever's Meat Cleaver Jack Cullen. Your appreciation, please, for Tomas Bezvoda. On behalf of everybody concerned with tonight's promotion, it's a quick one to say goodnight. We're back again tomorrow in Liverpool for the Liverpool Jolly Boys. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and as far as the live stream goes, that's it for 2018. What a performance that was from Jack Cullen. Jolly Boy show tomorrow in Liverpool, and then a week tomorrow we're in Manchester for the big one. Those fights will be on YouTube shortly after, but we're not going to be on the live stream for that. So from me and Terry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2019.
Have a good one. Thanks. Bye.